all starts, it is me, TwinklePhoenix. Now, before we get into today's video, I've got a couple of things I want to get out of the way. Firstly, yes, this is another If Slumbertale episode. This will only cover Slumbertale Sans' interactions that are currently available for part 2. Now, before I get into more detail about Slumbertale in general, the game we're going to be tackling by darkpetal16, I have a few more things to clarify. I got asked quite a few times now by people how I make my sprites. So, how many people out there have got a Nintendo 3DS? You got one? Good, or you at least know what it is. Well, you know that little device? There's actually a program I got on there called Color that is also available on Nintendo Switch. So it's pretty much you can draw on it. And that's how I make the sprites. I actually make them on the 3DS, the small tiny screen. I doodle them on there. Then I upload them into my gallery, go onto the PC, get them off of my gallery, make the backgrounds transparent, and pop them on the video. That's pretty much it. But yes, everything is made on a tiny, tiny screen. So, that being said, yes, today's sprite was made by me. And no, I cannot confirm nor deny that Sans blushes blue in this AU. I have no freaking clue what colour his blush is. I haven't seen his blush yet at all, actually. If anybody actually knows what colour his blush is supposed to be, please do let me know so I can actually put it the correct colour. I just put it blue because most of the time Sanses do blush blue. Unless, of course, it's Underfell, then a lot of the time they kind of blush the colour of their magic. Like, you've got green blushes yellow, ink blushes rainbow, so on and so forth. You get the trend, right? So that's why I assumed it was blue. My problem is, when I made him blush blue, his, like, little blue markings, the bags under his eyes, I've kind of got a little bit hidden, but they are there. They're a darker blue. So if I literally zoom in on this sprite, you can actually see them. And yes, he's got yellow eyes. Any other questions about my sprite, feel free to ask down below. Either way, let's get into this first section. There will of course be timestamps where you guys can literally skip forward to whatever you want on the video. I will go ahead and do that for you. So, we're first going to deal with a quick recap just to get us all up to date on what I have covered on the channel. Also, I'm really surprised I've made a total of 61 videos on the Dark Petals games so far. I didn't realise I made 61 until I checked the playlist, and I was like, wow, I've been busy, haven't I? I never realised how busy I was. I'm having so much fun that it kind of just blends into the background. That being said, here of course is darkpetal16's itch.io page. I can never say this site correctly. Either way, there's currently 5 games at present. Of the 5, 2 are fully completed, that being Dusttale and Underfell. So let's tackle them first. So the first game I actually tackled in the whole entire thing was If Underfell, because at the time, Underswap wasn't here and neither was Slumbertale. So I tackled If Underfell. In this, you get to romance Sans, Flowey, aka Asriel, because he becomes Asriel later, Gaster, Papyrus, and of course you have Grillby. And then on top of that you also have the harem route, which features the 3 brothers, Sans, Papyrus, and Gaster, because please do keep in mind, Gaster does not tolerate people that well. He's fine with his brothers, and Flowey does not share with anyone. If you're after Asriel's route, never, ever, ever, ever flirt with anyone. That flower will never forgive you. Neither will Gaster. That being said, I did all of the romance routes, and I even covered the friendship route, as well as I did a video featuring all of the neutral endings. There are currently no proper bad true endings, and there's no genocide for anybody out there like, oh, but I want to run a genocide. Too freaking bad. Sans is the only one running genocides on me. Oh, come on. Why are you throwing shade at me again? Because Judgment Hall. I'm always going to throw shade at you for that. That skeleton. Either way, I have completed that up to date. I've covered everything in it, including all the bonus scenes. If it does get updated again with a new bonus scene or a new route, I will of course cover it. But as of right now, that playlist has been marked as completed, so you can go and watch it from start to finish. All of it is there. All of the romances, all the friendship, all the bonus, all the neutrals, they're all there. Moving on to the next one. If Mafiafell only goes up to chapter 6, I do not know how many chapters there's going to be in this altogether. There is currently 5 routes in total. There's Dawn Wingerdings, not to be confused with Gasta, because he's a completely different Gasta in a whole different league. Sans, Papyrus, and then you have Ralsei. Sorry, I was about to call him Flowey. He's not called Flowey. I would have probably strangled him if he called himself Flowey, but no, he uses Ralsei. He's hiding his name from me. I could tell you so much about their routes, but I shall hold my tongue. I can confirm only 2 of them have bad endings, and that is Sans and Dawn Wingerdings. If you're looking for them, I actually have covered those as well. So, at present, I have covered everything. I've done the friendship, I've done all the romances, and they're all currently up to chapter 6 and waiting for an update to carry on the story. That being said, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Dusttale. Now, in Dusttale, I actually went through this as a blind playthrough for the very first time. I will warn you that in this one you cannot save midway. You have to play it from start to finish, and if you die you have to start again, because you're playing a character who does not have the ability to reset, sadly. So yeah, good luck with that. I actually completed Sans romance routes, and I have completed the friendship route, which is going to be uploaded on the channel. And I also have included all of the bad endings that I could find. But if I have missed any, then you guys can go and have a look for them, because I haven't been able to find any more. Then, of course, we have got If Underswap, right here. This one has Gaster, Papyrus, Sans, and Flowey, aka Asriel. Now, I would like to clarify, and he also has a friendship route, but I need to point out that unlike a normal Underswap, Flowey is not swapped with Temmie, so you have to put up with this very angrily aggressive little weed through a majority of it, who kind of starts to warm up to you, but he's still quite hostile. So just be warned, you're not dealing with a Temmie swap version, you technically are dealing with a flat out Flowey with an attitude problem. So just for you all to be aware. At present, this one only goes up to 3 chapters. It goes all the way up to Waterfall, and it stops right before Hotland, the lab. So we are waiting for that to update. I personally am hoping Dark Petals does not drop that chapter anytime soon, because then I have to deal with somebody that I'm not going to mention in case he pops up. But if you've seen my Underswap series, you know exactly which character I am mostly quite unnerved by, and I'm very scared, because a message from darkpetal16 has now made me very, very anxious and very, very scared for the upcoming chapter. Let's just say it resulted in a lot of smiley faces and winky faces. I am very terrified. Moving on, of course, we got If Slumbertale, which we're tackling today. This is actually split up into 3 parts. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. In Part 2, you can romance all the characters, the ones that are there. So there's like Sans, there's Papyrus, there's Grillby. I think you can also romance Muffet, is it? And Alphys and them? I believe, but I'm not like 100% sure if it's every single person there. I think you can also romance Tori. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know what exactly what we're in store for fully there. Only that at present, Sans and Grillby's interactions are all available for their romances. So that's something. So there's a lot more to go after in Slumbertale. At present, I'm only missing Underswap friendship and Mafiafell friendship, plus Grillby's interactions, because we're going to be doing Sans' interactions in this one. Okay. Other than that, I also have covered the Vendetti Bay It's also called Lovely Souls by Teeny Path, that features several AUs that I've had to do a lot of research with. And a lot of sprites. Oh my god. How am I supposed to actually do the sprites though? Because I can't tell which characters are which. I mean, I can tell who some are. Which again, if anybody's seen that series and actually knows who is who, please let me know. Just to make my sprite designing job a little easier. Because I don't know who's who. Help me. And last but not least, we have Wonderful If Horrortale by Meowska that I am going to be covering as well. Now, that particular one, darkpetal has stated that because someone else is making Horrortale, darkpetal is not going to be making one. So people can stop freaking asking about that one. I do know of another game that is being made, but I'm not going to say anything more. I'm just praying to God that I don't have to cover that anytime soon. I'm trying to get cover everything before darkpetal suddenly gets the urge to drop something out of the blue, but knowing my luck, when I least expect it, it's just going to drop. Because I was halfway through recording Dusttale, the one that you can't suddenly pause halfway through, when all of a sudden an update for If Slumbertale was dropped, and I'm just sitting here going, darkpetals, why? That aside, I believe I've covered everything. If I haven't, I'll probably add it in later. I'm sorry this opening part was a lot longer. There was a lot more to cover. But yes, if you need any help with anything, if you're stuck in any of the games, feel free to tell me in the comments below, and I'll help you as best I can. And for those asking for the code involving Underfell, not Underfell, what am I talking about? The code involving Underswap's library. Your clue is it's in Underfell. Good luck finding it. I know exactly where it is, but I'm not going to freaking tell you. I'm just going to tell you what game you can find it. It's in If Underfell. So best of luck. Anyway, without further ado, let's go into Slumbertale then. Good thing I put it up over here. Did I cover everything now? I believe I did. I've been talking for over 12 minutes, which is longer than I technically should have been. Now I'm debating if I should also now go and answer the comments left on Asriel's video. And put them at the start or at the end. I don't know. I don't know what would be the most convenient to do. Anyway, sorry again I talked for so long. I want to try and get as much information out as possible in the shortest amount of time, but whenever I do, I can't make it small enough and people complain. So I'm done trying to appease the people, because it never goes my way. Anyway, let's of course visit Snowden. Sans wanted to meet us in Snowden, so what are we waiting for? Let's get going. You enter the snowy village. It's snowing this time. You catch a snowflake on your tongue. Okay, so we're going to... Hold on. A word of warning for all those peeps out there that are uncomfortable with certain things. This particular episode does contain flirty jokes, trying to flirt with Skeleton, trying to get with him, trying to be romantic. There is some type of kissing. There's also, Sans removing his head and removing his hands, because that's just what this particular Sans does. He's kind of like a Cheshire cat. If you're uncomfortable with any of those things, why are you watching this video? Walk away now. Bye-bye. Shoo. Go away. Bye-bye. There's more stuff on the channel. Go find something else to watch. Go on, scurry away. Shoo, shoo. Everybody else, just sit down and enjoy. I think I've covered everything now. Right. Now you can watch the video. And no, you can't say that I didn't warn you because I did. Bye! And yeah, this all had to be re-recorded from scratch. So, new dialogue. Okay. So now it's time to get into the actual Slumbertale episode. Today we're going to be focusing on Sans' interactions only in this. So let's get on with it. Let's visit Snowdon because that's where Sans asked us to come. Snowdon, this must be the place that Sans mentioned. It's not too far from the barrier point you previously captured. It's a quaint, picturesque, snowy village with wooden houses at sharp angles that are covered in snow. Also, look at the background. That is so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see this, but in the background there's actually like a snowy town in the background. It looks so pretty. Oh, it's just so gorgeous, like over here. My goodness. Okay. It reminds you of a time many years ago you had to stay in a tundra village. Although that village was built over a frozen lake that housed a dangerous sea creature that recently awakened, and you had to fight underwater. Poor thing, he's probably like, who on the earth built a town on top of the lake? How dare you? I'm trying to sleep over here, wretched humans. How dare you? No respect for the sea creatures anymore. You know, that's probably why. There was no need to fight him. Surely there was another way. You didn't necessarily need to fight him. Couldn't you try to talk to him? Maybe he just was grouchy. I would be too. Sometimes my neighbours are annoying. Fun times. You linger on the outskirts of the village, not yet committed to entering. What are you doing lingering for? Go on, get in there. Enter the snowy village. You move into the snowy village. You keep a featherlight spell on you so you can walk across the snow without sinking in. As you walk and you catch the smell of fresh food. Smells good. Sans notices you. Well, says Sans the skeleton. The shortest skeleton monster appears before you in a wispy blue aura. He floats slightly above the ground, careful to keep his fuzzy pink slippers from touching the snow. Understandable. I wouldn't want them to get wet, because you know when snow melts, it's a horrible feeling. His pale yellow eyelids glow as he looks you up and down. I almost thought you wouldn't show, he says. Welcome to Snowdon. There's no place like it. That's his neck in snow pun. Kindred, friend, pal, buddy, you know what must be done. You have a wide smile on your face. Sun, Raven, and you adore puns and not jokes. It is a consistent joy across quests and campaigns together. You've had many years to hone your joking capabilities. I'm so happy for the invite, you say cheerfully. This place looks lovely. Fan of the snow? Certainly, you say. With enough warming and water deflection spells, you are capable of spending days in a blizzard without getting cold nor wet. Ha! You might be able to, but there's no way I'm going in a blizzard. You can freaking forget it. It's bad enough one of my characters is called Blizzard, and he's a grump. Whenever he's grumpy, he causes blizzards. I always do have one of the problem childs. I'll probably pop up a picture for you guys to see Blizzard. He's the puffy ball here with his waifu, Cosmos. But yeah, he's a little bit of a problem child. I love him to pieces though. He's still one of my babies. I love my fluff ball. He just doesn't love me. At that point, snow is simply a pretty part of nature. You get to enjoy all of its benefits and face none of the consequences. Sam chuckles. Glad to hear we got plenty around. Come on, I'll take you to Grubby's. The skeleton monster turns around and starts to float away. You lightly stepped after him. Your feet don't sneak into the snow at all, so you leave no prints behind. Sans guides you down the main road and stops outside a building. Ah, it's a bar. You can tell immediately from the smell of delicious greasy food. It has a large window on the left of the door where golden light pours out. Sans opens the door and at once you hear merry laughter and feel the warmth of a fire. Though technically it could always be grilled. The two of you step inside and Sans raises a hand to hello to the monster behind the counter. A fire monster. He's tall. You see no mouth, no nose, but he has a pair of glasses that sit over his eyes. He wears a long-sleeved white dress shirt with the sleeves rolled up to his elbow. Over top is a black vest and a black bow tie. You've never seen this kind of dress wear before. Actually, now that you consider it, all the monsters are dressed differently than you expected. Not that you had expectations. You kidding? Sans has got a gorgeous coat. I need this in my life. This is gorgeous. this kind of attire that Sans has, this particular thing with like the stars inside, that is totally what my characters are. And of course, Galaxy, Arctic's waifu. Gosh, I could go talk about my characters and the ones that I have with Miss Ladytail for like hours. I better shut up now. You've accommodated to long mage robes that cover most of the body, or tight-fitting, colourful garments of nobility and royalty. I hate tight-fitting. Or the shiny plate armour of warriors and knights. I really don't like armour. You like their clothes. They look comfortable to wear. Well, yeah, because they're in a dreamland. Especially Sans' robe. The inside of it looks like a magical night sky. You wonder if it's an enchantment, or something he's able to conjure himself because he lives in the realm of dreams. My usual, says Sans. He takes a seat at the counter, and you mimic him. Sans winks at you. You're gonna love him. The monster glances at you. His usual, please. Okay. You don't know anything about what Sans likes to drink or eat. And you're just like, his usual. Whatever. You confirm, why not? Fellow pen lovers must share similar tastes, right? The fire monster nods once and sets to work. Sans looks like a kitten with warm milk, smugly satisfied. Yeah, because he's like, oh, this is gonna be good when you see what I like. Wonder if you're gonna be able to down it all. You hope you did not make a mistake, considering how he's smiling. He's one happy little kitten right now. Love him like you love finding napping spots, you ask? Maybe not that far, says Sans. Close. High praise? Sans' smile widens briefly. Now that you're sitting closer to him, you notice he has dark circles under his eye sockets. Strange. Dark blue circles. Because, as we know from me doing the comic dubs, and of course when you look into the actual AU, Sans suffers with memories of fighting the human. I was already like reset multiple times. So first because I already like fought Sans. And Sans is remembering. That's what it is. My god, it's the usual Undertale. Why am I questioning that logic? What's wrong with me? This is me, like, overthinking things when it's freaking easy and simple to understand. Shut up, Twinkle. I'm trying. My brain wants to go all over the place as usual. It's Slumbertale. I can't help it. My brain never shuts up in this AU. But yeah, he suffers with nightmares because he's remembering things. He just doesn't know what he's seeing. He's getting glimpses of stuff and he just can't seem to like put it together yet. He's got like these pieces, but he doesn't have like the full picture yet. And it's making him lose sleep, which is why we saw Grillby offered to help him sleep using flame hypnosis, which was so cool. I hope we get to see Grillby use flame hypnosis. Oh, darkpetal, please add flame hypnosis in this. This would be really funny to see. Anyway, moving on. You would imagine a monster in the realm of dreams would always get good. No, not logically, because as far as I'm aware, from my understanding, they don't necessarily want to dream, because they don't want to dream of a world that they want to be in, only to wake up in the dream world and realize, oh, it's never going to happen, because it'll make them give up hope. No. What would be comfortable in this world? You can float? What do you mean what can be comfortable in this world? Have you seen this world? Hello? Sans literally floats everywhere. He doesn't necessarily need to walk. I mean, it's a dream world. Which, I'm going to throw this out there. Since this is a realm of dreams, doesn't this necessarily mean that your character, in theory, could dream up whatever they wanted and it will come true because it's the world of dreams? So, if you wanted to have a pair of wings, wouldn't they technically appear on your back and you'd be able to fly? Because it is the realm of dreams? Or is this kind of like a different world again within the existence of a dream? So you can't actually affect this space because it's the space that the monsters are stuck in. A very deep thought by me that has been plaguing my brain for a few days. What do you guys think? Do you think you could? Like if first made, like wished hard enough, they could have whatever they wanted and just pop up and appear, because it's supposed to be like the realm of dreams, right? It's the world in where your dreams come real. So why can't you just wish for something and then poof, it'll pop up? Anyway. It's fluid and natural, and the trapped is a lot better than being trapped in the void. Tom Wingatings. Caster. The fire monster starts to set several drinks on the counter in front of you and Sans. Thanks, Grubs, says Sans. Take your pick, these are the monster classics. Sans points to the first mug on the left. It is a large mug with a straw sticking out of it. Heated marshmallows with a little hot chocolate. It is almost entirely just partially melted marshmallows, and you see a very small pool of chocolate at the bottom. Oh, come on, we need more chocolate. Sans points to the second item. A full jar of coffee. I cannot imagine who exactly that would be for. It's a jar of coffee grinds. See, just the coffee grinds, though. Why would you just eat coffee grinds? Is there somebody here that likes eating just flat-out coffee grinds? Who in the right mind chooses coffee grinds? A whole cup of melted butter. Somebody's been watching way too much FNAF. Sister location. But anyway, Sans continues as he points to the mug. It is indeed a white cement mug filled with melted butter. And Sans points to the next cup. Warm milk with whipped cream. Then he takes one of the last 2 glass jars at the end. Okay, so this one by here, warm milk with whipped cream. This will probably be what Poppy would drink. Let's see. And of course, maple syrup, says Sans. He then proceeds to start to chug the maple syrup. He stops halfway and says, oh, almost down it. Want some? Look Sans dead in the eye and take the other maple syrup jar and chug it. Like a champion. And then instantly regret this because this is probably going to come back and haunt me later with Grillby. I don't know. Because once I've chosen maple syrup, I swear, I feel like Grillby is just going to like purposefully chug this down my throat. Constantly be like, hey Grillbs, the usual, brum, maple syrup, you're eventually gonna get sick of the damn thing. At least I will. It is room temperature, overly sweet, and is so thick and sticky, it's hard to swallow. You do it anyway. Honestly, not bad. You've definitely drunk worse. You chug it. Set the glass back down, licking your lips and saying, not bad, I'll take another one, thank you. Grillby is holding a hand over the lower half of his face as if he simply could not believe you did that. I'm so sorry, Grillby-senpai. Forgive me. Sans looks utterly delighted, his pale eyelight shine. He looks to Grillby. Put her on my tab. What do you mean put me on your tab? Don't you mean put my drink on your tab? I'm very confused here. Or maybe I just wanted to have like a more deeper meaning. Sans finishes his maple syrup and Grillby comes back with a second round of maple syrup for you and a maple syrup for Sans. The two of you raise your respectable drinks and then proceed to chug. You enter the snowy village. Okay. You move into the snow village and you keep the featherlight spell on you so you can walk across the snow without sinking. As you walk, you catch the smell of fresh food. Smells good. We can't interact with Papyrus, he's not here at the moment, so let's re-enter the in-between. And now we're going to visit Snowden again. And it's chillier than usual. You cast a warm spell on your robes and you look for Sans. It doesn't take you long to find him. With your connection to the barrier, you have an easier time sensing for specific magic. You've been around the monster long enough to identify his magical signature. Ew. You teleport to where he is. He sits on the roof of a building that is oddly not covered in snow. This building house, you think, sits on a floating island above Snowden. He loosely holds a pipe and blows bubbles on the frigid wind. We are literally, right now, sitting right on top of the house that Sans and Papyrus live in. This is an epic moment of grand proportion. We will probably never get to do this again in our lifetime. Right now, technically, Sella is just below us inside the house. If only my character would use common sense and enter the friggin' building. You hover in the air in front of him. A wordless fly spell keeps you in place. Hello, Sans. Sans' eyelids shine brighter. Hey, may I join you? Sans pats the spot beside him, and you take a seat. Sans blows out another stream of bubbles. You ask him, what do your bubbles get when they're sick? Sans gives you a side eye. The suds. Know that one? Sans cocks his head. His smile turns sly. You're gonna have to try harder to find stuff I don't know. Challenge accepted. You give it some thought and you ask, what's a snowman's favorite food? burritos, Sans finishes, and their favorite drink is a slushie. Choose flirty jokes. Knock knock, you say. Who's there? Hugh. Hugh. I can't. That one is just so obvious, like Hugh. And that's not even the joke part either, and I just keep losing it. God damn it. Come on, Twinkle. Stay in character. Do the voice properly. Don't mess it up now. You have an amazing smile, you say. Sans smile widens. Is that your opener? You pause. Let me redo. He motions for you to try again. I'm sorry I wasn't part of your past, you say slowly, but I can make it up by being in your future. He snorts and starts to laugh. No. I can do worse. Don't you mean better? No. Go for it, he chuckles. Are you a campfire? 'Cause I'm hot and you want some more? Biscuits and cookies, you laugh. If snowflakes were kisses, I'd send you a blizzard. That weather would be snow joke. Sweater weather makes for double cuddle. Gah! You lap your knee and sit up straighter, a wide grin on your face. You're too punny, but I'll find stuff you don't know. I didn't know the Hugh one, he happily points out. Okay. Knock knock. Who's there? You pause and think for a moment, and you grin wider. Goofer. Sans is already chuckling. Go for who? Go for me. He laughs. Knock knock. Who's there? Ahead. Ahead who, you ask? Ahead of you like skellies who tell knock knock jokes. You heard correctly, sir. It's so corny and cute. But darkpetal, seriously. Did you just sit there writing all this? Or did you get this from somewhere? Like, who taught you these ones? Oh my god. Who taught... You know what? Never mind. No one should question who taught Sans his puns. He gets them from freaking Everett. But my question is, who taught my NPC, my main character here, to actually pun and for it to be correct? And for it to actually work? The fact that my character can successfully flirt using jokes really impresses me, but not enough to make me like them. Just stating the fact right now, Darkpels. You still haven't won me over yet. Good. You're getting close, though. And I think this is adorable. The two of you continue to swap jokes for half an hour. And then to your surprise, Sans starts to nod off mid-sentence. His words turn into a slow drawl and his head bops. He's already shifted to lay on his back earlier, so when his entire form goes limp, you start to hear a soft snore. He fell asleep. Oh. You bit your lip to keep from smiling. You conjured a blanket over him and enchanted it to keep him warm. Sweet dreams, you tell him, and you enter the snowy village. It's chillier than usual and you cast a warm spell on your robes. Okay, so now we're going to enter the in-between again. We're going to visit Snowden. Enter the snowy village. It's snowing this time. You catch a snowflake on your tongue and you go to look for Sans. You try to find Sans, but you don't see him around. Snowden, and you can't feel his presence. That's a shame. Okay, so we're going to enter the in-between again. We're going to visit Snowden once more. The village is bustling and something touches your shoulder. Something touches your right shoulder as you walk around Snowden. You turn to the right and you see nothing. Something taps you on your left shoulder. You turn to your left and see nothing. So this bit here reminds me of Gon's Dusttale Sans, because he did the same exact thing to Frisk and just kept popping up on each side constantly until she started spinning around and she got super dizzy. Now who could be behind this? You try to fight back your smile, thinking of a mischievous skeleton that reminds you a lot of a Cheshire cat. You feel a tap on your right and immediately turn to your left and see nothing. Gosh darn it, he expected you to expect him there, sneaky skelly. You feel a poke on your back and whirl around to see nothing. You can't hide back your laughter. He's good. You'll have to get serious. You push out a faint aura of your magic around yourself, and the moment you feel something cross the barrier, your magic lashes out and snatches it. You turn to face the trickster only to find it's a single skeletal hand. Okay, so for those that don't know about this AU and Sans and how he works, he can detach his head and he can also detach his hand. But when he takes off his hand, he can still control it. And if he puts his finger to his thumb and makes a motion with it, he can technically put it up to his eye as if he's looking through like a telescope. So he can actually see through his hand using magic, which is so weird. But also really cool that he's able to monitor things that way, as long as the hand is with him. The hand is like with whomever he wants to monitor, or he can technically send the hand to go wherever he wants. That way his body can be in one place and his hand can be halfway across the underground in the dream world. That must feel like so freaking weird though. He detached his captured hand. You snort. The fingers wriggle at you. You carefully pick up the hand, your smile softening. You almost tricked me. You almost tickled me. That's a very dangerous game, skeleton. The hand makes a sideways motion as if to say, "Ay!" How dare you, Amy? You'll have to pay a fine for emotional distress, you playfully warn him. The hand makes a thumbs up motion. Take it slow. Nestle into his palm. Oh boy. Oh boy, is he gonna like regret doing this now? He's either gonna regret this or he is gonna definitely rattle his bones. Question is he going to like me rattling his bones or... Oh well, only one way to find out. Let's do it. You raise the hand up to your face and gently nuzzle into the palm. The hand stiffens and then gently cups your face. Okay. You take that's a good sign. So you turn your face further into it and kiss the palm. The hand freezes. The hand abruptly disappears into a plume of blue magic, and you can practically see the flustered look on a certain skeleton's face. You snicker to yourself and you enter the village. I think that's it. Yep, that was all of Sansa's reaction. We got to fluster the judge. That was so freaking cute and adorable. I love it. I love the puns. I love the interactions. I love the playfulness of Sans. And you also get to learn a little bit about him and like how he is. I just love him so much. There's nothing about the skeleton that I hate. And as long as I never have to fight him in Judgmental, I'm a happy little bean over here. Darkpetals, do not put a scene for Judgmental involving the skeleton, please. I'm begging you. Please, don't make me fight this one ever. I want to at least have one Sans that I'm not going to get mad at. Because I've had to fight Underswap Sans. You do technically have bad events involving... Yeah, every other one of them has attacked me in some shape or form. Said Sanses, including Blue. Please let this be the one that doesn't do anything to me, please. I would like to have at least one Sans that I can be like, oh yes, I'm completely fine. Because Underfell Gaster is the same. So please, don't give me any... do not do that to me, please. I think this is adorable. I love these interactions. So, the next episode, we're going to take a look at all Grillby's interactions, and you will have the Grillby sprite. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to go and head off to the comment sections on the Mafiafell Asriel video, because I'm pretty sure there is no comments at all on the Underswap Flowey one. That aside though, let's actually take a look. Let's enter the haze and check by here actually which characters we got. So we got Sans, Grillby, and Papyrus. So Papyrus's one isn't there. And just a reminder, the Papyrus is an adult one in this one. City interaction, we got Muffin and a surprise. So, we know as well we've got fragments from Gaster. So I don't know if Gaster is going to be in the city part or if Gaster is going to be somewhere else. Alphys, Metaton, and Diet. There better be a punching of a certain someone. I better get to sock it to this Asgo in the face. I'm sorry, I know that sounds violent, but this one, he's willing to attack a child that's got no levels on them. This one actually 100% deserves to have a punch to the face. That aside, I don't know if Yeah, advanced friendships and relationships. I don't know who we can romance. I think we can romance all of these, but I'm not sure. And Alphys, Metaton, Muffet. One is definitely Gastra, because we have his fragments. I just don't know where he's going to pop up. So, that being said, I don't actually know in total who you can romance. But, before we head off to read the comments, I want to include this bonus section as well. For those that saw the original video, you'll know that my reactions were vastly different to what it was this second time round. So I did manage to salvage some scenes from my original video, and I've got them by here, that being my original reaction to certain sequences with Sans. I didn't want to scrap the whole entire thing, so I thought I'd throw them in here as a bonus part as well. That way, for anyone who didn't see, you'll also get to see my first reactions. And boy, did I struggle with some of them, didn't I? My goodness. I thought I couldn't include everything because I couldn't salvage every single thing, but what I did, I hope you'll enjoy. These are my reactions to certain scenes with Sans. Either way, enjoy. Oh! Chip splitty jokes! Knock knock, you say. Who's there? Hugh. Who? Oh! I instantly caught that one. Hugh, have an amazing smile, you say. Sans smile widen. Is that your opener? You pause. Let me redo. He motions for you to try again. I'm sorry, I wasn't part of your past, you say slowly, but I can make it up by being in your future. I always die at the puns, for God's sake. He snorts and starts to laugh. No. I can do worse. Don't you mean better? No. He charcoals loudly. Go for it. Are you a campfire? 'Cause I'm hot and you want more? Oh, darkpetal, what the heck happened when you sat there writing this, I swear? Biscuits and cookies, you laugh. If snowflakes were kisses, I send you a blizzard. That weather would be snow joke. Sweater weather makes for double cuddle. Guy, you love your knee and sit up straight. A wide grin on your face. You're too punny, but I'll find stuff you don't know. I don't know the Hugh one, he happily points out. Okay, knock knock. Who's there? You pause and think for a moment and you agree, Riley. Go for. Sans already chuckling. Go for who? Go for me. Sans laughs. Knock knock. Who's there? I heard who? I heard you like skellies who tell knock knock jokes. You heard correctly. The two of you continue to swap jokes for half an hour. Help! I'm dying. Oh my god, that's so freaking cute. By the way, I definitely needed this after having to deal with Dusttale, which I can confirm. We finished the friendship, bro. You're freaking welcome, everybody. I cried. And then to your surprise, Sans starts to nod off mid-sentence. His words change to a slow drawl and his head bobs. Oh, poor baby. Aw. Oh no, bless. It's because he doesn't get proper sleep. He's already shifted to lay on his back earlier, so when his entire form goes limp, you start to hear a soft snore. He fell asleep. You bite your lip to keep from smiling, and you conjure a blanket over him and it's chanted to keep him warm. Sweet dreams, you tell him, and you enter the snowy village. Ah! So freaking cute! Eee! So adorable! Ah! I cannot even! Eee! Ah! Oh my god! Excuse you? Oh, this is what you meant. Oh. Okay then. Oh boy. I wonder how Sans is gonna take this. Oh my god. I want to save. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my word. I need to freaking... Oh god, no. Ah. Oh my god. There's also seems to be something that requires my attention somewhere. Oh boy. That's serious. Okay, so let's take it slow. Nuzzle into the palm. You raise the hand up to your face and gently nuzzle into the palm. The hand stiffens and then gently cups your face. Aw. You take this as a good sign, so you turn your face further into it and kiss the palm. The hand freezes. The hand abruptly disappears into a plume of blue magic, and you can practice the flustered look on a certain skeleton's face. And you snicker to yourself. Okay. Maybe we should enter the lab. Visit the lab. Curiosity compels you to investigate the building you saw earlier. Hot lamp burns at your skin, and a quick bubble protects you from the worst of it. You refresh your fly spell so you don't have to walk across the path and bridges that go over magma. The building sits nestled in a corner of brown stones with strange foliage growing along it. There's a wide metal white door at the front, and in big bold letters you can see the word lab written over the top. The door has no handles, and you were about to perform a check spell on it when you notice something strange in the corner of your eye. At the top corner of the door is an odd thing. It looks like a strange built telescope mounted into a wall. It moves side to side as if tracking you. It looks weird. You think to yourself, "Oh, hello, Alphys. Hello, my dear. How are you doing, my sweet little lizard dinosaur friend? How are you, my little triceratops?" Or is she like an iguana? I'm not like 100% sure what she's supposed to be. I think she's like an iguana, isn't she? You move to the left and the device follows you, and you move to the right and it follows you. Its level of focus makes you think something sentient controls it, yet you sense no soul from it, nor active magic. There's magic in it, but it feels more like wild magic found in a river or something, flowing and natural, but not likely used for spells. How peculiar. What makes it move? You cast a strong check spell at it. A high-pitched whirling sound comes from the device as it promptly explodes. Oops. Biscuits and cookies. Oh my god, character, don't destroy Alphys' stuff. My god. I do not condone her behavior. She should not have blown up stuff that belongs to Alphys. My god. I do not condone this distasteful behavior of destruction of valuable property. You blow the smoke away from you. What in the name of stars was that? As a mage, you can't ignore the swell of curiosity. All mages love magic. It's impossible not to. You are no exceptionist, and your fondness for magic has led you to experimenting and dabbling in different arts of magic. Mages at the Mage Tower are the lead investigators, inventors, innovators, and practitioners in all things magic for humanity. They work together or individually and consistently seek to improve themselves and the lives around them. There have been joint projects with the elves and dwarves, which always lead to something fun to play, which always leads to something that's better in society as a whole. Go on, totally say it, you wanted to play with it. There must be monsters who think similar to mages in regard monsters who love magic and seek to help use it to improve their lives. You can't think of any spot they could be besides a lab. That device and the strange way you use the magic must be one of the inventions. How exciting! You wonder what a project worked on by monsters and mages would be like. You glance at the white metal door. You might be able to answer the question if you take a peek. Typically, only those invited could enter the Mage Tower. Mages of the tower tend to be very focused on their work and become oblivious to their surroundings. Civilians would accidentally be harmed if they walked in on experiments gone awry. You could be needlessly endangering yourself by entering the laboratory. Are you going to do that? Simply to satisfy your curiosity? Absolutely! Immediately face through the door and fudge everything. There's a little cute Alphys in there. We must go and see her. You strongly dislike using the phase spell. It drains your magic enough seconds in its use. Each second in use, and it can cause you to dissociate for the rest of the day. But you decide it's okay to use it now. You don't want to really break their door, especially after breaking that little thing out the front. You're concerned using any of your direct spells on it. It could cause it to explode like that strange device, despite you're already in a fluid state thanks to the nature of the realm. As soon as half of your body is through the door, you hear the strange whirling sound and the door promptly explodes. Electricity shoots out in wild direction and smoke billows out. Biscuits and cookies. You cancel your fail spell and step into the light. You cough and wave your hand to conjure a small breeze to help blow the smoke away. Ah! Your eyes move to the source of the noise and you see a small monster. This monster looks the same size as Sans. They're wearing a long, pure white robe with black gloves going to their elbows. The face is reptilian in nature, but their pale yellow skin looks, hi, my sweet little elfies, smoother than normal scales. They have 2 hanging teeth at the top of their snout and a pair of round glasses. The back of their head is covered in dark yellow spikes. A long, thick tail curls anxiously around their feet, and their shoulders are hunched either to show of insecurity or fear, or perhaps both. A long robe, an insecure hunch, an air of social anxiety. You smile. This must be the monster equivalent of a mage. Not quite, but you're kind of close. You soften your smile and say, pleasure to meet you. I'm TwinklePhoenix. With a wave of your hand, use his wind spell to blow out the rest of the smoke. I do apologize for harming your door, you say. You did not mean to. You're human, the monster stammers, her voice soft and feminine. What are you doing here? You have the decency to look sheepish. I was curious. I know this area is likely off-limits to civilians, but that device outside the door, the telescope thing, what is it? It's so strange. I've never seen any. As you talk, you also look around. You're able to better see the area without the smoke blowing, blocking most of it. The inside is similar to an outside brown walls, with vegetation growing around along it. Propped against the wall, or perhaps embedded, are a variety of devices that you've not seen before. Metal, glass, and plastic tubes that make strange sounds and lights up. The metal boxes with glass sensors flash with symbols and imagery, as if an illusion. Yet you sense no spells. Oh my god, my character's never seen frickin' science. You've been casting. It is the same flat feeling the telescope gave. I've never seen anything like this. You finish quietly, your eyes wide as you take everything in. You gaze zeroing on and the images flashing. They're graphs and equations. You do mental conversions in your head to try and understand what you're seeing. You're grateful that math is at least a universal language. Okay. Powers and magic is direct. Okay, well, I'm not going to read that. Are you converting magic into different types of energy sources? A general type of energy source, you realize. That's amazing! What an invention, what a creation! With that, your mind works quickly. You can easily envision capturing wild magic that is naturally generated and converting it to general power source. Why, the sheer potential of what that could lead to. Marvelous! If this monster was your apprentice, oh my god, yes! Have her be my apprentice! Holy moly, pick her up, cattle her, call her mine. She's mine. She's mine now. Sorry, I'm keeping her. She's mine. I have an apprentice. Shut up. She's now mine. I'm keeping this baby. You're never having her back. You'd heapedly praise upon them and then politely ask Sun to fund research into this. The monster shifts side to side, giving you a strange look. Yes? Whoever came up with this is a genius, you say. Thank you. You wheel around to face the monster, your academic mind still happily chewing over the formulas. Astonishment and awe are difficult to keep out of your voice as you ask, you came up with this? The monster smiles hesitantly. Yes, I'm Dr. Alphys. You have a brilliant mind, Dr. Alphys. Oh my god. You're monitoring the conversion using this illusion projection. It's called a monitor. Yes, she says. I'm impressed we're able to grasp it so quickly. I'm a mage. Don't friggin' tell her that. Mages steal monsters away. You say, magic is my business. The tower's always been dabbling in alternative energy sources. Magic crystals are a fine resource and are dangerous for civilians to use as they become unstable and they can explode. You put a finger to your two-tone lips. You optimally rub the bottom one, which is darker than the top. No, it's light. The bottom one is lighter than the top, yeah. It looks like a delicate process, you observe. Is that why you use metal to contain it? Yes, she says. I'm sorry I did not realize when I used a check spell. My magic must have caused an imbalance and resulted in the explosion on the telescope, you say. The same thing must have happened when I phased through the door. It's not sorry. Yes, it's not a perfect system. Outside magic can cause it to overheat quickly, and, well, you've seen the result. Is it only magic that impacts it that way? You ask, deeply intrigued. Your pink eyes gaze, meeting her own. She blinks as if surprised. Dr. Alphys remains silent for a long moment. She eventually says, no. Metal is likely the strongest material she has access to in this world, you think. She's trying to keep things safe from external interference. Metal is one of the sturdiest materials any craftsman can use. However, bare metal always falls short of enchanted metal. You haven't come across any runes or glyphs embedded in the stones or walls in the Realm of Dreams. It doesn't surprise you. Glyphs and runes are a fairly recent innovation from a joint project between the Mage Town and the Dwarves. You pinch your right finger in the air and pull down paper materializes between your fingers. You hand it aloft, and with your other hand, index finger, you draw a glyph. You do this on 3 pieces of paper. You hand the paper to Dr. Alphys with a smile, and she hesitantly accepts it. These are glyphs, you explain. To compensate for the damage done, I hope you will find these useful. What do they do? She asks, examining the iridescent symbol that faintly glows. They can be transposed into different objects. These specific glyphs act as a deflection of magic, you explain. Test them out for yourselves. They might help protect your devices. Especially for me. Her eyes widen. Oh, why are you... You blink. She did not hear you earlier. To compensate for destroying your door. That's not what she's freaking talking about, you dingbat. She's talking about why you're helping her. You're a freaking mage and a human, you dum-dum. Oh my god. Oh my god. Think logically here. Monsters were sealed. Ugh. Hebba-dibba. I still prefer this one over the others. Why? She asks. You're a human. Aren't you? Dr. Alphys glanced away. Aren't we supposed to be enemies? Who freaking said? Oh, yeah. I forgot. The asshole in charge. My mistake. I completely forgot about Asgore for 5 minutes. I'd rather we weren't. But I'm not on a mission to fight monsters, you tell her. There's no need for us to fight. Rather, let's treat each other as peers who share a love of magic. Alphys smiles small. Okay, I guess it would be fine. Kind of like the moment in Mimu Kiss Cutie where Mimu teams up with Woof Woof to investigate the appearance of the Sky Red. It turns out the cake was actually part of the Sky Red's plan. And by working together can Mimu and Woof Woof. Alphys Brentley stops herself to suck in a gulp of air. There's a deep red tint over her face. Oh my god, you freaking precious baby! And she struggles to look you in the eye. Sorry. You ask her, what is Mimu Casey? John Alphys gasps. You don't know what Mimu Kissy Cutie is? It's made by humans. It's the greatest story ever drawn. She starts to ramble. Drawn? You hesitantly ask. Most stories are told through books, orally, or through illusion magic. Oh my god, my freaking character. You... I now realize how much of a little innocent babe I'm dealing with. That's okay. I'll go a little easy on you, because clearly you haven't been exposed to the internet. It's fine. My god. You haven't been exposed to the internet or true humanity, aka Twitter. Or any other social platform that, you know, people like to do stuff on. Or just people in general. That being said, it's okay. Let's see. Draw certain mages. They're also cast small illusion spells to briefly animate parts of their drawings. You're not certain how reality bleeds into the realm of dreams. Could physical objects be manifested here? Or must everything here only exist as an echo of someone else's dream? Hard to say. It's a masterpiece, she says. There's an odd beeping sound, and Dr. Alphys jumps. I have to go, she says. Come back again, I'll show you Mimu Kissy Cutie. Oh my god, yes, show me, I want to see. You watch the monster scurry away, still clutching the glyph paper. You enter the in-between. She's so freaking cute! Okay, so welcome to me responding to the comments left on if Mafiafell by the darkpetal16 Asriel's route. We don't have any comments on if Underswap Flurry's route or on the 2 episodes for Dusttale friendship route. So that's why we're reading it from this one. So we're going to start with Leah D, who said the following, aka this spy here is our wonderful, oh my goodness, is that a new feature? Top commenter receives one of the highest numbers of hearts from you. What is this? Is this something new? What is this? I've never seen this. YouTube, what is this heart thing? What is that? I've never seen that before. I just got distracted. YouTube, how dare you? Right, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Leah D here is okay, none other than darkpetal16. And said the following. All the flower motifs before the nightmare. Haha, poor MC. No, MC totally deserved it at this point. I have no mercy. He does have his own reason for hiding. I'm pretty sure he does, but either way, still, how dare he lie to me? Ralsei can be surprisingly smooth, eh? And then becomes immediately flustered. Yeah, I freaking noted. Wee woo, danger. Oh my god, I should not have laughed as hard as I did at that. What can I say? I'm spontaneous. That's fine. Keep getting lost, I'll always find you. Twinkle, that was smooth. Hot dang. What can I say? He's helpless without me. Oh no, he's meeting my expectations, lol. Yeah, I was getting very concerned when he was. He don't give no shits about the clothes, girl. I love the sauce, Twinkle. Yeah, but it's true, though. If he didn't give a toss about the clothes, did he? Because he already was flirting. He started hitting on me first. So I'm just like, what's clothes got to do with anything? Pretty sure he wouldn't care if there was no clothes. And then again, he might get flustered if there was no clothes. Mind. Shut up. I'll poor Lauren's partner, who shall be renamed to unnamed. Yeah, he... I know, it's pretty bad. I'm sorry, but at the same time, you have to understand where I'm coming from. Yep, he's getting increasingly red at the poor flustered baby. Yes, he is. Asriel tries so hard to be suave. He's too dorky to pull it off completely. I freaking noticed. He's too nervous to own up to confessions. Haha. Congratulations, you're friend zoned. Oh gosh. Yeah, you are darkpetals. How freaking dare you? You demanding to know who told Ralsei to behave this way is so hilarious to me. Yes, so who freaking told him? Who was it? You gasped at that. I feel like I found my S. Maha, yes, he has. How freaking dare you? It is, isn't it? He freaking tried to say soulmate. That's what it freaking was. That's what that little fluffball tried to say. You just tried to say that, Ralsei. Don't you... Where did Ralsei go? The puffball's gone again. Oh my god. Woohoo! Swan Park! Beauty and the Beast, kind of. Yeah, I was thinking it was Beauty and the Beast, if I'm honest. But then again, he's not bad looking, though. At all. To me, personally, in Beauty and the Beast, depending on which interpretation it is, I don't think much of the prince. When he turns human, I'm just like, okay. That's Prince Charming. I've seen better. I think Eric looks a lot better. Eric in the Little Mermaid looks a lot better. But that's just my own personal opinion. I just like that design a lot better. Anyway, where was I going there? They have hit a quarter of capture and alive/men/women. The first shipment was set free, so they got to kidnap people off the streets. That's all I'm going to say right now. Oh gosh, that sucks. Also, sweet Papyrus to the rescue. Yep, only Papyrus was seen for the rest of the game. Lol, rip Sans and Wingerdicks. Instantly my favorite skeleton. Underswap sand burns are the best. Underswap is very good at throwing his axe. He's excellent at throwing his freaking axe. So yeah. I'm just saying, it don't matter which skelly it is. I honestly do not think Underfell Sands is going to be okay facing Underswap Sands. I'm just saying, sure, Red has fought me a few times, but at the same time, I really do think Blue might have, a way better chance. If it comes down to weapons, he's definitely winning. I mentioned Red would probably get way too frustrated at him for being friendly. Okay. So Happy Serious Streamer commented and said the following. First of all, this was a response, I believe, to my, so the last time I responded in a comment in another video, I believe this was, where I asked a few questions. So that's what this first part is, and then there's going to be a response to the actual video. So this is to do, first of all, the first part is to do with Date Me, and then the last part of it is to do with the actual video. Okay, in case people are curious what exactly Happy Ethereal Streamer, aka the dev of none other than Date Me, is talking about here. Just to clarify and make it clear for everybody. As for being in high places, he does it mostly for the view because where he comes from, it didn't exactly have the views that we have on the surface. It's completely understandable. Plus the type of environment that he was in was the last thing in his mind because he couldn't get away. Yeah, that's understandable. He appreciates being up really high too because it makes him feel relieved at how small he actually is and how small his problems can be. Oh, that's like so deep meaning. I freaking love him so far. Also, put it into perspective that he's not alone in that. Yeah, because if you realize like how high up and you can see so many people are like, wow, there's actually a lot of people here. He shares the same surface with many people. Monsters also have problems of their own, whether it's old or new, big or small to them. It makes him feel normal in a sense. Oh, bless. He does get happy when he's at Buddy's height because he always wants to be so tall. So there's that. He takes pleasure in the smallest things that many don't think about. I really love Axel for that. I love that mindset for him. Secret guy. You'll meet him in all the routes at all different times. Oh, freaking heck. Oh, Christ. Why you get which girl be? Hold on now. Which one? Which girl be? Is this normal girl be? You've got so many freaking AU. Which girl be? You gave me a freebie. You said it was a girl be. Which one? I'm like, I want to know. Is it normal girl be? Or is it the sassy purple girl be? Underfell girl be? No, he was very spicy, that one. The second one you'll definitely love. He literally runs the show behind the curtains. No matter the time or space, it's irrelevant to him. I swear to freaking God, if you threw in a goddamn Gaster. Funny thing about the name Monica is a reference to Monica, and I was planning to draw her out, but not exactly. I don't want to get in trouble. I worry about that. I don't even know if I can get away with that, actually. Okay, so it was a reference to freaking batshit crazy Monica from Doki Doki. Which, yes, peeps, I tried to play that before. Poems are just not my thing, but my God, Monica is creepy. Maybe I was debating, should I actually do a playthrough of Doki Doki, but I do now. Cut out certain parts because YouTube has rules. Laws? Rules? Same thing. Yes, I made the Dusttale boys the same height as someone else to make them stick out, which he pointed out. So my plan worked, lol. By the way, fun fact about Kai, he has 2 different eye colors on his route. It'll show and be more noticeable when it comes to the scenes involving actual pictures. I actually noticed Kai had 2 different colored highlights straight away. Because what's it called? There's a name for it. There's a freaking name for having 2 colored eye colors. That was one thing I loved about him. Of Kai's design. I love the fact he's got 2 odd eyes. Because it also kind of reminds me of Dusttale. And some of like the other like AUs where they've got like more than 1 color in their eye. I love it when they got 2 colors. No, your character will not be an idiot. You say that, but I will be the judge of if I consider the character to be an idiot or not, okay? Because I'm in charge of the character. So decisions may vary and outcomes may vary depending on how stupid I am with my choices. But yes, unless you want me to make options for MC to have that quality. Oh God. My plan with MC is a blank slate, but still funny with remarks and whatnot. As an example from the demo where MC says, I got it on my birthday. I love that fact. Or I'm sorry for your loss. I just MC according to the situation at hand. I think I've covered all your answers, I hope. Yes, you did. But also, you say that there can't be an idiot, but the thing is, Darkpetals has not, like, seriously, Petal here, for example, has not gone out of their way to purposely make their character an idiot. I just found attributes about them that's frustrating to the point I call them an idiot. Your one of these has got very smart remarks. And Darkpetals is very determined right now to try and make a character for me to like, aka the main character. So far, it's quite a task. But Okay, I'm looking forward to not having to deal with an idiot main character, so I will see. We will see. Okay, your Asriel sprout is... Your Asriel sprout, yes, totally, it's a sprout. It's like the sprout from My Little Pony or a literal sprout vegetable. My god. The sprite is adorable. Oh, thank you. I've never drawn Asriel before. That was my first time. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going to draw him a lot, but considering how many routes have a freaking Flowey that turns into an Asriel, I might have to draw him more. Oh, I'm not sure the dessert inside will be as sweet as you, though. You want to talk about sweet, sir? You're so sweet, you put Hershey out of business. If you were a potato, you'd be a sweet one. For real, I wouldn't stop until I stop. Baby, I'm just a boomerang. I come right back. Ha, sorry, I'm starting to live in my head again. Ha, Blue, you can try. Oh, God. No, not the sticky hand. I freaking lost it when he said it was just with MC. Oh, God. Dark Horse's response to the end with a freaking... My brain went places with that one. My god. Thank you for another fantastic exciting video, heart. And Michaela says, I'm not joking, when I saw this, I was so excited when I saw this. Yay, I'm glad. And a wonderful returning individual here gave me lots of claps. Thank you so much. Everybody here, thank you so much for leaving comments, and... Whew. This is going to be a long video, my goodness. But I'm just going to double check. I'm pretty sure there was no comments left on... No, there isn't. There's no comments left on Flowers, and there's no comments left on the routes for Dusttale. Okay. I think I've read every comment for any of the If series videos that have gone up, but I am not 100% sure. Okay. If I missed anything, I'll be sure to add it at the end. My goodness. Okay. Great. Hopefully people enjoyed this episode and enjoyed my Slumbertale sands. Okay.